Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Uncanny Spirits Club, and I'm about to make a poor life choice. Some people might not think so, because they might enjoy these. I hinted at it, and don't mind me, I have a scratch on my head that I've been healing on because my head gets dry skin and I rub at it and it gets scratches on it, so don't worry about that. It looks pretty gnarly up in the video here, like I stabbed myself or something. But,
doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, it just shows up real strong there. Anyway, like I need a hole in my head, right? Don't answer that. Get on with it. Get to the point.
No, that's gross.
A few videos ago, we tried this, the dill pickle infused or flavored Lake Erie Distillery vodka, right? Distilled from whey, which was a whole situation. And you can see I did not drink more than that one. But she decided that it bothered her stomach, so she's had about that much, and that's the end of it.
Not all at once. I did not just drink.
Of course, not all at once, over a protracted number of days. But I noticed something. I didn't notice something. I noticed this cat. There's a lot of cats with claws showing up over here all of a sudden. I've been confronted by the fact that because she can't really drink this, that somebody has to drink it. And I don't want to just drink it straight. I like to eat pickles occasionally. I like to have them in a sandwich or on a burger sometimes, but I'm not the pickle juice from the jar drinking person. That's a bit much with the pickles for me. But, so I thought, one thing I've never had, to my knowledge, I've never made one of my own, was a Bloody Mary. Because I can't imagine drinking something savory. Like, I like to eat savory things. I like to eat gravy. I like to eat tomato sauce. I like to eat, I don't want to drink them. But, first time for everything, I suppose. So what we're going to do is I'm going to mix one up. I've got a glass. I've got my jigger. I've got ingredients based off of this. I got this in a drink making kit that she got me for something at some point in the past, with a shaker and with the spoon and with a whole bunch of other stuff. And I've used these recipes. I've used it for my old fashions. I used it for I think I had a Cosmopolitan. No, a Manhattan. I had a Manhattan out of here. Might have made a Cosmopolitan once.
You mean
Manjula? There's a lot of recipes in here. So I'm gonna do the Bloody Mary recipe here, and hope for the best. So, I've got the vodka. I've got the Worcester sauce. Is that the usual thing in Bloody Marys? I guess. I don't know. I got lemon juice. Also seems weird to pair with this kind of thing. I've got celery salt. I've got black pepper. And I have some V8 rather than just pure tomato juice. Because I'm hoping that having some other things in here might open up the flavor a little bit more for me. And because health is important, we're going to do low sodium, despite the fact that we're drinking vodka. So you cut the corners you can, I suppose. So first ingredient, according to my recipe, is the vodka. 2 ounces. So 2 ounces of what we're going to put in is the Lake Erie dill pickle flavored vodka from Lake Erie Distillery. So, and I'm going to try not to spill all this stuff all over me while I do it, right? So I got this is an ounce.
Do you need a hand?
I think I got it. I'm not too shaky today. Now that I've said that, people are like, you get shaky on a regular basis. Well, old nerve damage and stuff, it happens. Today's pretty good, though. All right. So we got 2 ounces in our glass of the vodka.
That's a lot of pickle.
It certainly is.
I would drink that. It's delicious.
Next, And it's not fancy. You just put everything in and then you stir it. You don't have to shake it. You don't have to. I don't have ice because I don't generally keep ice. I usually keep food in my freezer and don't have room for ice. And I don't have a celery stalk because I don't know. That's pushing my limits. I don't hate celery. Like I would eat celery, but I don't want to just. I don't want to. I don't want to eat celery with this drink that I'm already sure I'm not gonna like. So next, 5 ounces of the tomato juice. It's supposed to go in a highball glass, and I figured this glass is big enough. So, smells like tomato sauce or tomato soup. It just smells like tomato soup. So I feel like I'm going to be drinking alcoholic tomato soup. Like, why would you do that? I don't know. People like them. I don't know. I've never actually had one. So, going to use our jigger here. 1, 2, 3. Exciting pouring action. 4.
That's a lot of tomato juice.
It's 5 ounces.
It looks gross.
Smells like soup. Like, warm it up, put it in a bowl, and I'd eat it. Dip a grilled cheese sandwich in it. But drink it straight up. I don't know. So, that's what we got so far. What's next on our theater of delights over here? A 1/2 ounce of fresh lemon juice. Now, this is about as fresh as it's going to get. I don't have a lemon. I didn't want to keep a lemon around. So I just got this lemon juice from concentrate. It's 100% juice. So hopefully it'll suffice. Pour in our 1/2 ounce. And put that there. Oh, I should have gotten a napkin. Put this on. I'm using both sides of it.
I'll hold it.
There's the tomato side.
Sacrifices.
Lemon juice is nice and tart. So there's that.
Lemon juice.
Now a 1/2 ounce. I'm already talking funny. I'm dreading it. A 1/2 ounce of the Worcester sauce. Why would you put this in an alcohol?
A 1/2 ounce? That's a lot of Worcester sauce.
That's what it says. That's what the
I thought
recipe
it was supposed to be a dash.
Nope. This is a 1/2 ounce.
Ew.
I'm using Lord Sandy's vegan Worcester sauce because I live with vegans. And so there's no anchovy or any of that in here, which I was not aware was in Worcester sauce until relatively the last few years, to be honest. I didn't think about it. But this doesn't have that. It's gluten-free and whatever, if that's important to you. This cat is going to be a problem.
She's fine.
All right. So let's pour an entire.
That's going to be gross. You are
It's what the recipe says, you know. I mean, it's just the recipe. And I think that's it for the wet ingredients. So you can just, if you have like a napkin or something, that foil, you can put it on that foil there. Just put that foil somewhere and set it on that, so it doesn't drip anywhere. Next.
Why did
Pinch
it
of pepper.
turn my hand blue?
I don't think it did because my hands aren't blue.
Nothing that I've touched has been blue. Nothing.
Your bottle of rose stuff earlier.
I've washed my hands since then. We've had dinner and everything that's scrubbing my hands. And that's a pass of love.
I don't know.
My hands were not blue until this very moment.
A pinch of black pepper.
Ew. But look what it's done. With blue hands. Whatever. Don't drink it. Don't mix those things. It's just on the one hand he handed me that thing with. I don't know what it's from.
And a pinch of the celery salt. Again, weird celery salt.
Ew.
I don't know. I don't see how this is a refreshing thing people drink. Like,
They drink it for breakfast in some weird places. Ugh.
you're supposed to put in olives and a celery and garnish with lemon, celery, olives, and whatever. I'm not going to do all that. I'm just going to. At least it's smaller than I expected. I thought it was going to be taller. But I think because you're supposed to put it on ice, it fills out the glass a bit more. Probably thins it out too, which means I'm getting full force of all this. All right, so this is a Bloody Mary made from the pickle vodka from Lake Erie Distillery.
Mm.
So here we go. Ooh, that's an experience.
Oh no.
That's an experience. You can taste the pickle. It just tastes like fancy tomato soup with a hint of alcohol.
Should I try it?
I don't think you're gonna like it. Let me take a
Tomato soup, but I don't like tomato juice.
Let me take a second one here.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's challenging. That's challenging. I think you are supposed to have the ice in there to thin it out and water it down. Maybe I should have just poured a bunch of water in here to top it off with. Mm. So that's a thing that I have there. I can't say I'm a fan. I cannot say I'm a big fan of that. It just, while I'm not huge on things that are too sweet, I don't think the opposite direction is the way to go. I don't think savory is it for a drink. I just don't. Ugh. Now, maybe if I had a bowl of this, a small bowl, really small,
A bowl?
just
Oh,
a small bowl, like pour this into a bowl, and I had a nice grilled cheese sandwich,
no.
I could dip it in,
Ew.
and maybe that would be good.
Why would you ruin grilled cheese sandwiches, Gordon Ramsay? Don't do that.
Well, no, it'd be a standard
No.
grilled cheese sandwich. I
No.
think that would be fine. But as it is, I'm not a big fan. Now, I have not had another Bloody Mary in my life that I know of to compare to, so I can't say that I'm an expert on what they're all like. Maybe mine is just bad, but I did follow an official cocktail recipe, so I got everything the way that they said, and I'm just not a big fan. What I am going to try to do is I will probably try to water it down a bit to see if it makes it any more palatable, and see if I can not toss this down the drain because I don't want to waste it because I spent the money on these things. Most of these things I can reuse. I can reuse the lemon juice. We'll use that around the house for something. The celery salt I got for this, I can probably find a recipe that I can use that for. The tomato juice on its own, vegetable juice, I think would be okay, but not, As for the vodka, I don't know. It's just not doing it for me. It's not doing it for me. But we tried. We tried it. And I'm sure other people out there might be like, well, that actually sounds pretty good. I tried it, and you don't know what you're talking about, you Philistine. I don't know. I'm not a fan. I can see why people would use it as a hangover cure, because it definitely kind of gives you a jolt. Like,
But wouldn't it make you more nauseous, and aren't you already nauseous when you're hungover?
that's what people say it's for. But I don't know. I just get up, drink coffee and a bunch of water, and hope for the best, and then not drink until the next day, or the day after, depending. Um, so that's my hangover cure. All right. Well, this was interesting. This was I don't know if it was a worthwhile experiment, but it was an experiment, and I'm gonna see what I can do with this, and I'll see you folks next time. So, as always, cheers.